that kind of gave you enough of a cushion even when you sort of had problems scoring too.
Yeah, we had a good run there. I think early in the third, we got going pretty good. But I thought we relaxed a little bit there, with that lead, and you just can't do that with a team like this that shoots a three that well. I think it's a lesson learned for us moving on. You just can't have lapses. When you get a lead, you really want to put the hammer down there. And I thought we kind of lost our focus a little bit, but we regrouped. I thought I had defensively did a decent job that going down the stretch in the fourth quarter. It's a really good shooting team. It presents a lot of problems for you defensively.
Hey, and it seemed as if you got good contributions off of the bench, especially from Mercedes when like you put her in, and then obviously Sammy in that fourth quarter.
Yeah. Mercedes did a really good job battling in there defensively. It, did a good job in the screen and roll and got scored inside, and then Sammy got going, hit a couple threes in there. So I thought our bench did a really good job. I think we outscored them 21-8 off the bench. So we need that going forward for this next game, and hopefully we can get by that one and move on.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Okay, Bruce.
Thanks, Coach. Next one from Jeff Brown. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on the win. First, with Minnesota shooting kind of lights out from three in game one, and then they followed up, if it's just that game one, maybe that's a little bit of lucky shots or whatever. But when they do it, 2 games in a row, how does that kind of change things? And just what do you have to do to kind of be better defensively on the perimeter?
Yeah, I mean, we'll take a look at, it's a really good shooting team. It's not a surprise. It's not, they're shooting, they have 4 or 5 players that are shooting in the mid 40s from three. So that's, they're a really good 3-point shooting team. Sometimes they have 5 3-point shooters out there on the floor. So, they present some problems defensively, to be able to rotate. But I thought I think what we've got to do a better job of is getting up into the 3-point shooters harder, making them put it down on the floor. And I thought we gave them, early in the game, we gave them a lot of room. They hit some early, and then I thought second quarter was better. Then, I thought that we kind of slipped a little bit in that third. But that's kind of what they do. So we got to, make the adjustments to be able to get back out onto those 3-point shooters and really contest them harder.
And then a couple of quick follow-ups, just like an overall summary of Jewell Loyd's performance in this series. And then the last one for me is you guys were up 2-0 in 2018 against Phoenix. They came back and nearly won 3 games in a row. What do you guys have to do to make sure that doesn't happen?
Yeah, absolutely. No, the third one is the toughest, to try to close the team out. They're desperate. They don't want to go home. They're going to come out with a lot of energy, and so you can't let down. We have to really, you almost have to, trick yourself into thinking that you're down to. That's kind of the mindset you have to go in to have that sense of urgency to try to close the team out in the that third game.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Next one from Howard Magdal. Go ahead, Howard.
Hey, Klopp, congrats on the win. Jewell's obviously been a critical part of this team for a long time, but she's shooting 61% over her last 9 games from the field, and she's missed 5 shots total in 2 games. What are you seeing from her? What's allowing her to be playing at a level that few have ever reached?
Yeah, she's really in a zone right now. I mean, I think she's honestly this year she was pretty consistent. I can only think of a couple games where she struggled. I mean, she's been pretty consistent throughout this season, and she's really stepping up in the playoffs. I think she's a big game type player. She's a clutch player, and I mean, I think she's really rising to the occasion. And we're trying to do a lot of stuff, move her around off screens, or we're trying to get her. Work to get her open, because she's doing a really good job moving without the ball now and getting into her shot. So, it's just really, really good to see. I mean, we need her. we need everything we can get from everybody, and she's really excelled these last in the playoffs so far.
And just related to that, you have no shortage of go-to players with Stewie, with Sue. I could go on, but her number was the number you called in that final moment against LA late in the regular season. It seems like in a lot of ways she's becoming a go-to, if not the go-to scorer for you. You think that's fair to say? And has that thought occurred to you as well?
Yeah, we really do try to feature her. We run plays for her coming out of timeout. So we try to move her around, and definitely when she's going like that, you gotta feed the hot hand, and right now she's really doing a great job for us, scoring. And once Sue and Sue didn't shoot the ball that well tonight. That's kind of an outlier for sure. I mean, she was 1 for 6 from 3. That's not going to happen again. Stu is 0 for 7, so that's not going to happen very often. So I mean, I guess that the bright side of that is we scored 89 when 2 of our top players really didn't have that good offensive games. But Julie, she's been really consistent.
Thanks, Coach. We've got time for one more. We're going to go to Doug Feinberg.
Klopp, just to piggyback off that, I mean, is that a scary thought for opposing teams that 2 of your best offensive players shot 1 for 12 from 3, and that, I mean, you still scored 89 points?
Well, and I think they're still, they didn't play for 2 weeks, and I thought they were better conditioning. Their wind was better tonight, but I think they're still just kind of getting back into playing mode still. And so I think to be able to be up 2-0 with the situation we've just gone through, I think is really tremendous for us. So but like that third game is it's going to be a very difficult game to try to close these guys out. This is an excellent team.
And just to follow up, I mean, you mentioned Mercedes and Sammy. How much did last year help them? I mean, this is sort of a 2-year process in a sense that they got real minutes and real crunch time experience last year, that you weren't afraid to have Sammy make the play in game 1 to win it. And obviously Mercedes played huge minutes and Sammy played huge minutes in the fourth tonight, that they're used to this. They're not like, oh my God, we've never been in crunch time before.
Yeah, no question. They started all last year and major contributors. So their role has changed, but they're ready to come in. When they come in off the bench, they really are ready to contribute. And I thought both of them really helped us tonight. I think Mercedes did an outstanding job defensively and rebounded the ball. Sammy, is always a threat. She draws so much attention that, that it kind of opens your floor up for you when she's in there.
Thank you so much, Coach. You're all good to go.
Thank you.